Seth Williams, maybe. You got a whole new starting offensive front, really in the tailback position. I mean, Boobie Whitlow, but who's going to step up and be a guy that you would say would be a draft pick in next year's team on offense and on defense for that matter? So went through looking at a lot of talent that Auburn's had in the last several years in these classes and how many of them hadn't panned out or moved on or whatever. And we got to figure that out. Too many top classes, way too many guys not turning out to be more than normal.
Sure.
is the concern there. So hey, look, you start looking at one or two things when programs are struggling. Is it the talent or is it the development? Could it be a combination of both? Yes, it could. But when you consistently recruit inside the top 8, which Auburn does, this year's class, if they sign Broderick Jones, could end up as high as 5, maybe even 4, according to some recruiting services. I mean, you're getting talent. It's not like you're going out and signing guys that nobody else wants. But when you go down the list in these previous years, Andy, that I did yesterday, I don't know if you saw any of that or not, but, I mean, way too many of these classes, the bulk of them either end up fizzling out, not being productive, quitting football altogether, or transferring. It's just you're only picking out 1 or 2 or 3 guys in every class that really actually may be living up to billing.
That's unacceptable, and that's been a problem at Auburn for a while now. We'll talk about that again. We'll go in a little bit more in depth about that. Auburn takes on South Carolina tonight in what's become a very important basketball game for the Auburn Tigers. They struggled obviously the last 2 weeks or last 2 games. They're on a 2-game losing streak, and really neither game was close. Alabama pulled away in the second half, kind of wore Auburn out. Much to the same, Florida. Auburn unable to get it done down there in Gainesville as Florida pulled ahead for a 22-point win. So Auburn kind of reeling a little bit. It'll be certainly happy to be back home, but South Carolina, a team that beat Kentucky at home. They've beaten Virginia this year. They've got some really nice wins on the schedule. They've got some ugly losses too. It's a hard team to figure. Bruce Pearl talked about how physical they were. They commit more fouls than anybody in the league. They send the opposition to the line more than anybody in the league. They also turn everybody over more than anybody in the league. So it's going to be a physical, very, very hard-fought game. You know you're going to get a fight out of South Carolina and a Frank Martin team. But it's an important game for Auburn.
You better show up and ready to play.
6 o'clock tonight on ESPN.
That's right. Is it 6 or 5? Yeah, it is.
I think it's 6.
Is it 6? It is 6 o'clock, I believe. Anyway, look, we know that South Carolina is a matchup problem for us most of the time. They are a blue-collar team. Frank may take on the persona of their head coach, and again, they do some things bad, but they do a lot of things good. And you're going to foul a lot when you're trying to be physical and create turnovers like they do. And so it kind of you take the good with the bad there. When Auburn goes to the free throw line, they got to hit their shots. They've done better at the free throw line. Thank goodness they hit some shots Saturday. It
started out 10 of 10.
Well, thank goodness they did, because we wouldn't have broke 40. I mean, one that had 40 points in the game.
Think about that.
Unbelievable, man, how poor the offense is. So hopefully this is rock bottom right now for Auburn offensively. A good dose of being at home definitely won't hurt. But, again, just because you walk in the doors of your own building doesn't equal a win. I mean, we had Ole Miss come in last year and beat us. So, by the way, who's horrible, in case you didn't know that already. We'll go down some of the games that played last night, but this team has an opportunity here over the next 3 games with Iowa State and Ole Miss following tonight to get 3 wins, get to 18 and 5, 18 and 2, excuse me, 18 and 2, and then you have things back on track.
Absolutely. Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Derek Jeter and Larry Walker announced that they will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Both worthy, both very worthy of that honor. So We'll talk about the guys that did make it as well.
Do we
maybe
know
if
who?
we have time.
Do we know who?
We don't know who the one voter was yet, but I'm sure it will.
It's going to come out.
It'll come out at some point.
Do you think that was done?
No, I'm on board.
All right, so you got a ballot, and how would you not put him on your ballot?
Well,
because you assume that everybody else is going to put him on theirs?
Yes, and you want to vote for somebody else that is maybe on there last year, and you throw them a vote.
Luke and I don't side with each other very often, but I side with him on this.
I get it.
You know,
well, look, I go back to if Hank Aaron was not a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, if it was not a unanimous selection, then nobody should be.
That's dumb too.
So it was dumb at the time, but it's a precedent that's been set. I'm okay by following it. But that kind of got blown out of the water with Mariano Rivera.
You know, people lose. It's all about them, though. It's not about who's voting. It's about the player and what they earned. I mean, why did Hank Aaron have to wait a year? Why?
He didn't. He went in on first ballot.
I mean,
he just wasn't unanimous.
I mean, that's what that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't everybody put him on their ballots? What I meant to say.
It's foolish.
I mean, so what is the bar? I mean, that's kind of the.
Well, I mean, it just always goes back to probably Babe Ruth. You know, I mean, if Babe Ruth was Lou Gehrig, if Ty Cobb wasn't unanimous, then
that's fine.
You know, you're just saying, okay. Look, you know, it is what it is.
It is.
You know, but
Patrick's right. Not all precedents are good.
I
mean, why do you want to keep following a precedent that's dumb? You know, and that falls into the dumb category for me. That's just my opinion. People don't have to agree with it.
Well, I mean, obviously times are changing because Derek Jeter was one vote away, and Mariano Rivera was a unanimous selection.
And if you're looking at it just on that list, you would say, well, Mariano Rivera's only unanimous. Is he the best player in the Hall of Fame? No, he's not. He's one of. I mean, obviously everybody in the Hall of Fame is good, but I wouldn't think that. If you took a poll and everybody goes, okay, who's the top guy in the Hall of Fame in baseball, Mariano Rivera is not going to be the guy everybody selects.
That's true.
But he's the only one that's unanimous.
Yes, he is. Going back to Marcus Woodson leaving Auburn to go to Florida State, here's some guys that he was recruited. Jaron Handy, Derek Hall, Zion Puckett, Eric Reed, a guy that nobody kind of a surprise. Secondary guy out of Shreveport, Louisiana, that I think everybody thought was going to Georgia, ended up at Auburn, and that Marco Damio.
Why don't you just go ahead and put an N in there and help us out?
That's really, I mean, I would appreciate that if he's interested in changing that. But those are, I mean, the guy's been a good recruiter, and he was recruiting coordinator. So, you know, names that jump off the list that are already out there: Zach Etheridge, a former Auburn, you know, obviously former Auburn player, is one of the rising stars. Blake Gideon, a guy that has been a GA at Auburn, I think, or an analyst at times. Arian Savage, another player at Auburn that's an up-and-comer in the profession of coaching. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this guy be a former player or so. Al Poe.
You know, Al Poe's been part of the staff before.
Yes, he has. So, you know, a lot of names out there. Who do you think it will be that replaces Marcus Woodson on the Auburn staff? Up against our first break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
The Prestige selection at Gill's Auto Sales in Opelika has the largest selection of prestige cars, trucks, and SUVs in Central and East Alabama, all with financing available, little to no money down, and extended warranties. Get pre-qualified in under 2 minutes, online or from your mobile device at GillsPrestigeOnline.com. It's the Prestige selection at Gill's Auto Sales, 1430 Gateway Drive in Opelika.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Hidley Towers is an affordable senior citizen community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East, where spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living, where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more about Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552, for your family at Hidley Towers. That's 256-329-0552.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. WOTM has you covered with live coverage of all 7 championship games of the Super 7. WOTM is available to all TV providers in Alabama. If WOTM is not currently a part of your channel lineup, call your provider and request that they add WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the AHSAA Super 7 basketball, baseball, and softball championships. All live only on WOTM.
Alex City Marines, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, and the Yerkes invite you by to see what they have available today. The 2020 Manitous and Landaus are in, and boy, are they gorgeous. Also, some great deals on demos. Take advantage of that while they last. Alex City Marine also is doing shrink wrapping, storage. Get in line now. In fact, call this number, 256-215-FISH. Alex City Marine, Alex City.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Start the new year off with something new during the Start Something New sales event at Bice Motors. Lease a 2019 Dodge Challenger SXT for $319 a month with 0 down. 2020 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab for $349 a month. 2020 Jeep Gladiator for $329 a month. And to honor our first responders, get an additional $500 rebate.
Come see us in Alex City.
Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 45 more minutes. In today's show, Patrick says he believes Al Pogue's coming to Auburn.
Yeah.
We are efforting maybe to
I'm trying to reach out maybe to him directly.
confirm
right
that.
now.
But
am or not. But
hey, that'd be a good hire for Auburn. He's got connections all across the state.
Yeah, it is.
And he's a good guy. And he's a
Yeah,
good
he's
coach.
an outstanding person. Remember his days at Carver. He really turned their program back around. Carver football had dropped off tremendously, and he got them going again, and making deep runs in the playoffs. And Jeremy Johnson, obviously Mr. Football, had a tremendous career at Carver. Obviously didn't work out real well at Auburn, but was a good football player. He was producing the Sean Dion Hamiltons and those type players of the world that were playing for him. So he's just such a likable guy. If you've ever met him before, you know what I'm talking about. But very, very good football mind, and he'd be a great hire.
Came to Auburn as an analyst.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
And spent a couple of years there, and then got an on-field position at Troy, and has been there, and then went to West Virginia with Neil Brown. Is still there right now.
He's familiar with Auburn, familiar with Gus Malzahn, so there's a lot of ties to him. Not saying that he's going to get the job. A lot of people feel like he possibly will. Patrick feels the same way. Hey, look, he's been He's been somebody I've known for a while now. He's been on our program several times in the past. He's just, he's just one of those guys that doesn't mind, contributing and being part of things.
Yeah. We're brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center with 10 locations around central Alabama. For all your building supply needs, home decor, tools, whatever it might be, go and check out Russell Do-It Center. Alex City, Auburn, Clanton, Dadeville, Eclectic, Harpersville, Prattville, Roanoke, and Wetumpka. They got a location close to you. You'd be glad to check them out. Also, Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. Interest rates happen to be really good right now. If you bought a home in the last 2 years, you could be saving a lot of money. It's a great time to refinance. Maybe it's your first mortgage, or if it's a reverse mortgage, you're at the retirement age. They can help you out in all points in between. Give them a call today, only if you're interested in saving thousands of dollars a year. And who amongst us would not want to do that? 256-397-0248. 256-397-0248. That's Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. Question comes across, any new information on McKinley Jackson? The last I'd heard, Auburn did not feel real great about it. I think
right now it seems like he's leaning toward Alabama.
Well, and plus we just lost our Mississippi tie-in with Marcus Woodson, who was from Mississippi.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that doesn't help matters. But I don't think Auburn felt really
it's
great
really
about it.
4 schools that feel like they got a chance at him. LSU, Alabama, Auburn, and Texas A&M. For McKinley Jackson. Like you said, I think the predictions have dropped for Auburn as far as the percentage, but who knows? You never know. Seems like Alabama and LSU may be the leaders, probably right up there 50-50.
Of course, I did look on, I think I looked on 24/7 today, and I think they still had Jay Hardy with a 100% to Tennessee.
It's pretty good, isn't it? How about update your site every so often?
I mean, that
come on, man.
It could,
that's about.
You never know how that thing goes.
Whoever's
maybe they can still get him.
They may be still trying to recruit him. The heck with what you signed back in December. I've still got a chance. There's a puncher's chance.
Quoting Gus Malzahn.
In January.
Chad Morris, in my opinion, is one of the brightest minds in college football, and we are going to turn him loose. I am very excited that he is part of things. I trust him 110%, not 100, but 110. He is going to take over our offense, and he is going to run with it. I am excited about that. It is something me and him have been talking about for a long time, being 2 high school coaches way back when. We are finally getting a chance to coach with each other. I'm excited. He is going to be in charge of our offense. I'm really looking forward to next year. Asking Coach Malzahn will he have full control of the offense? He is going to do it. You don't hire a guy like Chad Morris unless you are going to do that. I am very excited he is part of and running our offense at Auburn.
Running the offense.
If it tanks next year, we can all point the finger at Chad Morris. Is that what we're saying?
I guess so. To be so. Now, Gus Malzahn, let's all be up front with each other. He's been very, very stern about words in the past that was just totally not true. He comes out. You couldn't have bought in more on some of the things he said, and it wasn't the truth. Yeah. So this was deliberate. He came out and was deliberate about what he said. No doubt. Patrick said he trusts the water in Mexico more than Gus. That's bad. That's basically none. No trust. But again, he's been very deliberate about what he said.
This tells me the play calling, Chad Morris is going to call the plays. He's going to develop the game plans. I don't have any doubt Gus Malzahn will have some input. And he's going, because, obviously he knows offense. He needs to have some input. He's the head coach.
Does he know offense?
But Well,
Or has he forgotten?
Chad Morris is going to be. I mean, I will take this for what it is, a blanket statement by the head coach that Chad Morris is in charge of the offense.
Okay, well, I mean, moving forward, it's Chad Morris's baby, and maybe he'll develop Bo Nix into what we think he can be.
I hope so. That
How many touchdown passes does Bo Nix have now that we've been given the breaking news that Chad Morris is the offensive coordinator?
How many? 16, 18 this year?
Had 16 this
16.
year. How many is he going to have next year? 31?
I would hope he would.
30?
I would hope he would almost double it. So 30.
31.
I would be satisfied with that. Would you?
40?
34.
30?
Would that be? I mean,
35, 40,
32.
45,
Nobody knows.
55, 60.
All right, let's not be ridiculous. We're up against another break, but we'll be back with more right after this.
At Mortgage Pro, we won't be able to finance a new car or new boat. We can't open you a checking account. Mortgage Pro specializes in mortgage loans. If you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, the only way to go is Mortgage Pro. We can close in 15 days or less. We can offer the best rates in the mortgage industry, and we can waive appraisal fees on any new loan from September 1st until December 31st. Call Mortgage Pro today.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
I am Lisa McClendon from Country Financial, and I have spent years in our community helping people protect their homes, cars, and lives. I am proud to be a member of the 2018 National Championship Team and a National Advisory Council member for Country Financial. Complete financial security does not end with just insurance. I am also here to help you plan for your financial future.
Together, we can help you set up a step-by-step plan to reach financial security.
Let's talk soon.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. We're having a good time here on the show today. Hope you are as well. A lot to talk about today, and hopefully the word impeachment will not be mentioned.
Yeah, let's hope not.
But anyway, talking about Chad Marsh taking over the offense, Gus Malzahn, this is a complete 180 from what he said last year. He made a mistake giving up the play calling, but I guess when, it's Chad Morris, this is the
he
one
has
unique
flip-flopped
situation.
so much now.
He's a
he goes
flip-flopper.
from,
There's no doubt he's a
let me
flip-flopper.
try it and let me give it away and then to get it back. And, it was the worst mistake I ever made. I've got it now and I'm going to hold on to it. And he held on to it for less than 10 months.
Oh, you know what cures all that?
Winning.
So
after
if Auburn
first,
comes out and does well next year.
So after a first down, no more inside runs.
Well, I would expect us to look a lot, if Chad Morris is truly in charge of the offense, it's going to look a lot different.
How about
Auburn's
throw
gonna
the ball on first down?
Auburn's going to throw the ball a lot.
Third play of the first game, Harold Joyner wheel route. I can see it now, Steven said.
If we run another wheel route to Harold Joyner, I mean, that's good grief. Please don't bring that up. All right, South Carolina and Auburn tonight at the Auburn Arena. We talked about this is an important game. Bruce Pearl talked about how physical they were. He's talked about, look, they foul you more than any other team. So Auburn's going to get to the line. It started out well. At Florida, they were 10 for 10. I think they ended up for about 12 for 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
But if Auburn's going to get to the line, that's you got to make those shots. You got to, especially with a team like South Carolina that plays really intense defense. They hold you down. Auburn has struggled with them in the past. I think Bruce made reference to that Auburn had, over the last several times they've played South Carolina, the offense has had a hard time. Considering the struggles that they've had the last two games, that is very concerning. So, South Carolina's a big team. They're long, they're rangy. Frank Martin knows how to put one together. I mean, they got size, but it turns into a rock fight basically, and I'm not sure that's conducive for Auburn right now.
Yeah. How about get off to a good start?
Let's
start there.
That'd help.
If you could just start the first 10 minutes and not shoot 13%, like we've done in the first 4 ball games, really in conference play or first 5, really. I mean, Auburn. That Mississippi State win started horrible. Somehow Mississippi State hit a lull and we were able to fight back in the game and end up winning it. But you see what happens the last 2 times Auburn's been on the floor when you start slow and the other team doesn't. And they don't ever really hit a lull. I mean, Florida never was in danger of getting beat in that game. And, Auburn cut it close a couple times against Alabama, couldn't get over the hump. But, I mean, if you could just start fast – for a change, especially at home. Can Auburn feed off that crowd? Can Javon McCormick, Samir Dowdy quit being so timid with the basketball? I read off their stats yesterday. 32 minutes apiece. I think they had 2 assists between both, maybe 3 assists between Samir Dowdy. He didn't have any.
Yes.
Javon McCormick had 2, I think. They're not scoring, and they're not getting the ball to people to score.
I don't think we have 7 assists the whole game.
That's terrible. Well, Andy, he made but 14 shots.
You ain't
going to have many assists.
Half of them were assists.
Half of them were an assist from somebody. And the thing is, you didn't get any offensive rebounds, so you're getting one and done. You're waiting late in the shot clock to shoot the ball. The offense is stagnant. They got to break out of it, man. It's a long season. It's going to be a long year if they don't figure this out.
Oh, yeah. Going back, look, there's one good thing. South Carolina, they don't have they don't shoot the 3. Really well. They don't have a lot of guys that do shoot 3s. They got as many guys that play that hadn't even taken a 3 this year. So that cuts out half the field. That's a good thing.
They want to pound you.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Austin Wiley will be big in this game for his defense as well as his offense. That's what South Carolina wants to do. They want to get it down. They want to take some high percentage shots. He's going to have to protect the rim. He and Anthony McLemore. Anthony McLemore hadn't had, I don't think he's had but about 1 or 2 blocks the last 3 games.
And he used to be a block
So,
machine.
he started out this year kind of getting back to his old self. So that's got to change. His intensity on the defensive end needs to change. I wonder he got to start in Florida. I wonder if he'll start again tonight, because I would imagine South Carolina's going to go big.
When's Babatunde going to get some quality minutes?
Next year.
I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to get much this year.
No, it doesn't appear so.
Turbo Jones, obviously, with the struggles Auburn's having in the guard positions, he can't get any time. Doesn't look like he's going to get to play much this year. He didn't seem to be an option off the bench either. So if Auburn's going to have a chance to be competitive coming down the stretch and try to get back into the tournament and do the things that they want to do with this team, there's two guys you look at, Javon McCormick and Samir Dowdy. If they don't pick it up, Auburn's going to struggle the rest of the way out. If you don't have good guard play, you're not going to win a lot of games. That's just the bottom line.
I would going out on a limb and say that Auburn will shoot the ball better. Just being at home, I think they'll shoot the ball better tonight. Now, how is it going to come down to a very tight game? I think the last several times we played the Gamecocks, it's been single digits. So this is not a team that Auburn runs away from. But, and that's the kind of the way they want it. They want it to be that kind of game. And Auburn needs to, when they made Georgia play their game. Unfortunately, Alabama made Auburn play Alabama's game, and Florida did the same, and Auburn, couldn't keep up. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Bruce Pearl makes, what kind of what they come out looking like. Do they look like the same old thing? Are they going to standing around? Are you going to see guys moving? Are you going to see guys crashing the boards?
Just a lot of stagnant.
They got killed on the boards against Florida. And South Carolina intends to do the same thing, I'm sure.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Just saw breaking news. D'Souza got indefinitely suspended for the brawl last night. Bill Self comes out and suspends him. We hadn't talked about that last night. On the last play of the game, on a shot that didn't matter. Kansas State getting blown out. And, of course, they go down and block the shot, and then the guy, I guess it was D'Souza, walked over and stood over him and, had to show him up a little bit. And, after Kansas State had not played well and was a little PO'd, they retaliated, and it turned out into a big brawl that fell over into the stands.
It was about like the Indiana Pacers and what was it, Pistons?
Well,
it was about that ugly. I mean, if you saw it last night, it was bad, and I wouldn't be surprised to see multiple guys get suspended.
Yeah, just
somebody threw a chair.
Well, he didn't throw it. He was about to. If he would have thrown it, somebody was probably going to be seriously injured. But something checked him up at the last second, and somebody kind of got it from him.
Yeah.
So
up against a break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Harbor Point Ship Store has everything to make your day on the lake more enjoyable. Come on out to the biggest marina on the water. They have pizza, hot dogs, burgers, and more. Get your gas, groceries, snacks, ice, and everything you need for a fun day on the lake. Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned boat? Harbor Point has the best selection around of everyone's favorite Crest pontoons and Four Winds boats. Harbor Point also has a great selection of pre-owned boats. Come on out and take a look at Harbor Point, Marina Point Road in Dadeville. Get to the point.
Hi, I'm Kurt Bowman, General Manager of Vaden Toyota of Sylacauga.
And I'm Coco. Do you owe more on your vehicle than it's worth? Are you stuck with high interest rates? We may be able to help.
If you've made your last 12 consecutive payments on time and would like to get a new vehicle for the same or close to the same payment and save thousands of dollars in interest, you may qualify.
So come by and see us and let us show you the Vaden way.
Vaden Toyota of Sylacauga, located on Highway 280 in Sylacauga.
Tires are important, and when getting a great price on tires, you want to get it right. So make the short drive to Wright's Tire in Sylacauga. Wright's Tire can get you any make or model of tire, and they make the drive worth it with volume pricing. Whether North Tallapoosa, South Talladega, or Coosa County, make the right choice, the right selection, the right service, and the right price. All at Wright's Tire on Fort William Street in Sylacauga. Call for a free quote, 256-245-7778, and get the right price on tires.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Since the dawn of time, mankind has needed tools. But not all tools are created equal. AGF Machine Rental Sales and Service has tools for all commercial construction or big residential projects. AGF Machinery offers the most durable and hardworking brands of ASV, Skyjack, and Wacker Neuson. Aerial lifts, scissor lifts, loaders, excavators, and forest equipment on demand for the best possible price. And backed by the Southeast's best team of professionals. Visit any of our strategic locations across Alabama for all your equipment needs. Or online at agfmachinery.com.
Go nuts for the holidays with Chicken Salad Chick. Our Nutty Nana chicken salad is here for a limited time and full of crunchy flavor with pecans and cashews. It goes perfectly with Fancy Nancy and Cranberry Kelly. Come and try this nutty trio today.
Expected or not, the loss of a loved one is difficult. Put your family first by planning ahead. This is Joseph Dean, new owner of Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers. We are a full-service funeral home with an on-site crematory and cemetery. Whether your need is immediate or you would like to plan in advance, our experienced, compassionate staff can assist you in designing an enduring memorial experience, burial or cremation. Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers on Highway 280 in Camp Hill or online, alabamafuneralhomes.com.
Good news, it's back. Frosted Tips.
Absurdly large shoulder pads? Saying talk to the hand?
No, the sensation's back at Zaxby's.
Dude. The Zensation Salad is back, and introducing the new Zensation Filet Sandwich Meal with hand-breaded chicken, Asian slaw, wonton strips, and citrus vinaigrette, both served with an egg roll. The Zensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal, only at Zaxby's.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for just a couple more segments in today's show. As we mentioned earlier, Marcus Woodson, Auburn defensive back coach and recruiting coordinator, leaving the program to go and rejoin with Mike Norvell at Florida State. He was with him at Memphis for several years before he came to Auburn. So previous relationship there. Was a dynamic recruiter for Auburn. So Auburn will need to replace him with someone much the same and a good coach as well. You want this day and age, it's not either or. You need both. You need a guy that's a great coach and a great recruiter, and I'm sure Auburn already doing that. Some names that are mentioned: Al Pogue was a name that maybe Auburn fans remember. Was an analyst, was a high school coach here in the state of Alabama at Carver. Also, some former players that are out there. Zach Etheridge. A guy that was kind of a fan favorite after he had a very scary broken neck against Ole Miss.
Yes, he did.
But was able to come back and came back and played.
And was good.
And is considered a rising star in the profession now, as he's a great defensive back coach. And Blake Gideon as well is a guy that was at Auburn previously. You're going to see a guy with Auburn ties. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Chad Marsh will be in charge of the Auburn offense. That is a fact, apparently.
A fact.
According
you
to,
better
at
check
least,
your words.
At least in Gus Malzahn's terminology, that is a fact.
Well, we don't know what a fact is.
Okay. Auburn taking on South Carolina tonight, 6 o'clock, ESPNU, an important game for the Tigers coming off a two-game losing streak.
Well, early poll for next year in football comes out, and Auburn's ranked 12th in the preseason poll. Yep. Players to watch, breakout players according to ESPN.com. For Auburn, it's DJ Williams. So a breakout player for each team in the top 25, and they've got DJ Williams as Auburn breakout player. So
I can see that.
You got to touch the ball a bit.
It would help.
Be a breakout player.
Auburn's got a lot. I mean, we haven't even seen Mark Anthony Richards, and a lot of people think he's got a chance to be really special at Auburn, but I mean, it's a crowded backfield, but I would love to see I would love to see us maximize that talent that we have back there right now, and we certainly did not do that this past year.
For some other teams in the league of interest, Georgia comes in at number 6 in the preseason poll. Zamir White, their breakout player, running back, top ranked back. Obviously, had to play behind DeAndre Swift. Swift moves on, so White will move in. I don't really know that this is a breakout player for Oregon at number 5. Kayvon Thibodeau, he was the number 1 player in the country last year, started as a true freshman. Really a good player. Maybe they're just saying that, next year he's going to really be the player that everybody thought he was going to be. For LSU at number 4, it's Marcel Brooks. Imagine that, a secondary player for LSU, basically DBU. For Alabama at number 3, Slade Bolden.
Really?
You know who Slade Bolden is?
I do not.
He's a wide receiver.
Okay.
So in the all season with Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs going to the pros, obviously he's going to be able to step up. These are breakout players for these particular teams. And then number 1, Clemson, Joe Nada, wide receiver. Shocker there, huh?
Okay.
That they're going to have another wide receiver step up and be a breakout player. He's 6'3", 220 pounds, a big dude.
Wow. Sounds good. I mean, I'd love if DJ Williams is the breakout player of the year for Auburn, that means that we're running the ball pretty well. That means that offensive line's playing a lot better than it played last year.
No doubt.
That's a good sign.
So Clemson, the number 1 team in the country next year, preseason. You shocked by that?
Not at all. I mean, they bring back a lot of what they had this past year.
Ohio State number 2, Alabama 3, so you got to be as low as they've started.
That's
a preseason poll. And
well, you got. I mean, the Alabama's the one that loses their quarterback out of those 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's.
Well, Mac Jones kind of played the second half of the season, and he's coming back. So I mean,
well, according to Luke, he's not going to be the starter.
Well, probably not.
We'll see.
Bryce Young,
I think.
Yeah, Bryce Young.
Yeah, he better do some growing.
You know, Bryce Young is a small guy. I mean, so was what's his name that's with the Cardinals now?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And, he was, I mean, he's small too.
He's pretty thick, though.
He's
short.
I mean, look, let's not take anything away from the talent of Bryce Young. I've seen his film. He's good.
Oh, yeah.
But in this conference, I mean,
can he see over the offensive line?
Take a beating, man. I'm just telling you. Yeah, and that could be an issue.
Yeah. I mean, if he goes to Alabama, he's going to have a wealth of talent around him, which will make him.
Kyler Murray.
Why
can't I think of that?
I don't know. I don't. Me either. I had a lot of help there.
Man, you helped me a lot.
Joe Witt Jr. is a name that always comes up. That's what Marvin wants to know. Look, I think he's with the Falcons, defensive back coach with the Falcons. He's not coming to Auburn unless it's a coordinator position. I would bet. He said, "What's Eric Brock doing?" The answer is I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he's. I think he was coaching high school football.
Oh, really?
In, I want to say West Virginia. I want to say that's where he is. I'll look it up, or maybe at a small college in West Virginia. I'll try to figure that out here.
Walter McCarty, who was kind of the toast of the town, head coach at Evansville. If you remember, they went into Kentucky and won that game. Former Kentucky player.
But watch out when you beat Kentucky at home.
He had some. Apparently, he's had some problems before this, and apparently some more have risen up. He was initially put on administrative leave by the university on December 26th after reports of alleged sexual misconduct and violations of Evansville's Title IX policy. Apparently, there's some more things that have come up, and he has been let go there at Evansville. So, I mean, it's kind of a great story to start the year, and then it kind of turns ugly. And unfortunately, that happens a lot of times.
It does.
Derek Jeter, as we mentioned, now a Hall of Famer. One vote away from being unanimous.
Can somebody just go ahead and figure out who that was?
Larry Walker. I'm just glad to see Larry Walker get in. He deserved to be in.
He had a SpongeBob SquarePants shirt on, sitting there waiting on the phone call.
I didn't realize he was Canadian.
Good player, too.
Oh, very, Very good. 3-time batting champ. I know it was in Colorado, but he's still great.
Deserving, man.
Still great. And he was an all-around player, too. Great defense, great arm, 5-tool player. Deserves to be in. We'll come back. We'll close out the show in one final segment right after this.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace. Smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. WOTM has you covered with live coverage of all 7 championship games of the Super 7. WOTM is available to all TV providers in Alabama. If WOTM is not currently a part of your channel lineup, call your provider and request that they add WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the AHSAA Super 7 basketball, baseball, and softball championships. All live only on WOTM.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Mortgage Pro is the new standard for mortgage loans. While other banks are taking 45 to 60 days to close a loan, Mortgage Pro is making it happen in less than 15 days. Your mortgage loan goes from start to finish in less than 15 days. Mortgage Pro is able to make this happen by having the most advanced technology and a highly trained staff with over 98 years combined experience. If you're looking to buy a home or refinance your current mortgage, call Mortgage Pro and let our team go to work for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for just one final segment. Kurt Schilling coming up just short of the Hall of Fame. You need 75% of the ballots to get in. He only had 278 votes. I believe he probably gets in next year. I think this is like year 7 for him on the ballot. You think he will get in?
I do. I think
he deserves to get in?
Yeah. And then the next 2 are the ones that everybody feels like is going to end up making it too.
You think so?
I mean, the talk I heard last night, they said, "Oh, it's just a matter of time." They
made incremental. I mean, it was like 58 to 61.
But they feel like they're going to make
60.
a pretty good jump next year.
They may do it.
I mean, people kind of like saying, "Look, man, And all of this that's gone on, in baseball over the last 30, 40 years, we know it was a problem during that time. Nobody can really prove this or that. The guy owns the home run record. You got to put him in.
Yeah.
Roger Clemens, same.
Andrew Jones, 77 votes, 19.4%. He's a Hall of Famer. I don't care what anybody says.
Andrew Jones?
Yes.
You really think he's a Hall of Famer?
He was the best center fielder for about 12 years. And he hit 500 and something home runs. Maybe he hit 490. So he hit close to 500.
His batting average
he
wasn't
was the
very
best
good, was
at his position for 12 years.
I liked Andrew Jones, but he just to me
fell
was
off the
not
world quick.
He just to me was not. He's not who I think of as a Hall of Famer. I may be wrong.
Do you think? Who's a better center fielder that's ever played the game? Really? If you're the best at your position,
he
for
had
over a decade,
he had 434 home runs, which is 47th all time. 200. He hit 254. He's decent. So
I don't know. Maybe
10-time Gold Glover, 5-time All-Star. What year has this him been on the ballot?
I don't know. He's
close,
about
man.
halfway.
He ain't close.
No, he's not. But Kurt Schilling made a pretty huge jump here in the last. Look, Andy Pettit. He's only 11%. He's below Andrew Jones. People think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I would probably.
You don't think he's a Hall of Famer?
I don't. All right. On this day, 1968, NBA announces a franchise expansion, Milwaukee and Phoenix. So we get the Bucks and the Suns now. And the Bucks, all of a sudden, are pretty doggone good.
Bucks are good.
Very good. 1969, on this day, Roy Campanella and Stan the Man Musial were announced to be elected into the Hall of Fame. 1973, on this day, George Foreman knocked out Joe Frazier in the second round, knocked him down 3 times in the first and 3 times in the second. And finally, they called the fight. And this, of course, set up the Rumble in the Jungle with Muhammad Ali.
That's right.
As he took the title from Joe Frazier. 1989, the 49ers win Super Bowl 23, 20-16 over the Bengals, and Bill Walsh calls it a career, retires, goes back to Stanford, I think, and actually coached in college for a while.
Yeah.
Didn't he? But interestingly enough, okay, so on this day, 1989, 49ers win the Super Bowl, Bill Walsh retires. It just so happened that it's George Seifert's birthday today. You know who George Seifert is?
Yeah, he was the coach.
It's the guy that took over for the 49ers.
Absolutely.
Took over for Bill Walsh. So on his birthday, he got a great present. Bill Walsh retired. Hey,
how about step on
just
into
take
this?
over. And I think they went on to win at least 2 more.
They did.
Maybe 3.
Well, let me go back and ask you something about the Hall of Fame. If Barry Bonds gets in and some of these other guys get in and some of these guys that's going through this scandal right now don't get suspended or banned, is Pete Rose just the blackballed guy of all time?
Yes.
So if they don't punish anybody else for all the court bats and all the crazy stuff that's going on, all the PEDs, and now cheating scandal, and these guys just kind of walk away.
I think Barry Bonds cheated the game. I don't think Pete Rose cheated the game.
Well, but
Pete Rose cheated himself.
Barry Bonds is going to get in the Hall of Fame.
And he probably deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He was probably headed there before the steroids. But it's such a it's kind of a complicated issue. And you and Randy were talking about it and he was making the point about how it's rampant in NFL, but nobody really cares. But the reason is because baseball numbers are sacred.
They were.
How many?
They were.
That's
a stat-driven sport.
Stats mean something. So numbers mean something.
I don't think they do anymore because I don't know if anybody knows what's right or what's wrong anymore. And now I think that's where this sympathy for Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds comes in and people have kind of just thrown their hands up and said, look, we're trying to make out like we know who did this and who did that, and this guy's stuff really doesn't count because it was during this era, and, this guy's does, so we really don't have a true champion or true stat leader or, somebody in that category. And they just finally gave up, and they said, look, man, the guy did what he did. He broke the record. We need to put him in Hall of Fame. If we're going to honor that and we're going to say it's real, are we saying it's real or is it not real? That's the problem. I just think they messed it. The PED error, and baseball did it to itself. They decided they wanted to monitor that, which I'm siding with them. I think they should have. But NFL chose not to, and so they kind of hurt their own self by implementing that rule.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to the numbers. Nobody cares, about the numbers, and so that's you could turn a blind eye to it in the NFL. Nobody cared. Happy birthday, Bill Bixby, the Incredible Hulk. Sam Cooke, maybe the inventor of soul music, one of the greats of all time, died way too early. As we mentioned, George Seifert on this day, 1940. John Hurt, one of the more memorable horrific scenes in cinema history as the alien burst forth from his chest. And he is also the Elephant Man. I am not an animal. Steve Perry.
There you go, Journey.
Great lead singer for Journey. Tully Blanchard, one of the original Four Horsemen. Great. Linda Blair, The Exorcist. Reggie Barlow from Montgomery, Alabama.
That's right.
Greg Oden, one of the biggest hyped and no poor guy.
Boy, you talk about just hurt the whole time.
Hurt.
Ohio State looked like he was 82 years old.
He did. He looked like 36 when he graduated high school. Good. Telly Savalas, unfortunately, passed away on this day. His birthday was yesterday. Died one day after his birthday, unfortunately. Yeah. Heath Ledger passed away on this day, 2008. And Joe Paterno died on this day, 2012. It's been that long. Has it been 8 years?
8 years.
Hard to believe. We're up against the break. Or no, we're up against the end of the show here. A permanent break. He's Brett Pritchett and I'm Andy Graham. So long from everybody. We'll talk to you.